Oh yes, it's the beginning of the vlog where I'm too tired to say anything, so I'll make myself do a voiceover later where I'll not know what to say. Who was I fighting in my sleep? Not the most well-made bed, but definitely a bed made. Put these pillows to the side because I might be taking them with us just so the drive is a little bit more comfortable. So I just finished getting ready. This is what I'm wearing. I haven't put on my jewelry yet, but I will in a second. I already have them laid out on my bed. I just need to put them on. And I'm about to start packing my bag, so I wanted to show what I'm taking with me. So I'm taking my big Hello Kitty tote bag, and inside of it I'm at least gonna take this pillow. In this bag I usually just put my book. If I want to take it with me, it's like easily accessible and it's already in there. But on top of that I added this like little writing journal and then my actual journal. And I'm also gonna take with me my pencil case, and then in this bag I put some like makeup and deodorant and sunscreen. And then this is just Ducky. Someday I'll explain what's inside of Ducky, but it basically has my whole life in there. So I always take it with me everywhere that I go. So I'm also gonna take it with me now. We finally made it on the road and we saw some pretty cool cars because there was a car meet happening in our town. The drive was about 4 hours if you include stops, and I decided to pack some fruits and veggies because I knew that I was going to eat some junk food later. And of course, since we're going on a road trip, my dad decided to head through the car wash and it reminded me of Shark Tale. Is it just my family or did you guys also watch Shark Tale on repeat like for several weeks at a time in your minivan? I used to do that a lot growing up to the point where my siblings memorized scripts of movies like word for word. It's kind of funny because now I can never watch a movie or a TV show again. I only have to watch it once. I can't do it twice. And this is where I display my true ingenuity because I was able to turn a pillowcase into sunshade. We saw so many animals on our drive like cows, horses, bulls, alpacas, and llamas. Such an interesting name for a restaurant. I don't really know what this bridge is called, but I know that once we cross it, we're probably an hour away from Chicago. So if you know the name of this bridge, drop it in the comments down below. We just got to the beach and it's so nice to finally walk after sitting in the car for so long. I also can't see anything. It's very sunny and I'm very excited. I don't think we're gonna be able to spend too much time here, but we're just gonna walk a little bit and just see it. And then we're gonna go to the city because we have some reservations for a museum. And then I'm not too sure what the plan is after that. The drive wasn't that bad. It was longer than we expected it to be. I'm not really sure why or how that happened, but we made it. We made it to our reservations for the Wonder Museum. This is an interactive museum with so many cool exhibits. The price of tickets starts at $30, which is not too bad for an interactive museum. We spent about 2 hours here, so if you're planning to visit, keep that in mind. Since exhibitions are interactive, it does take longer to go through each exhibition because there's usually a line. The staff are really nice and helpful. They even took photos for people who came here solo. I honestly couldn't pick a favorite exhibition since they each had their own unique qualities. All in all, I think it's really worth it. If you're planning to come to this museum yourself, feel free to skip over this part of the video because I will be explaining what each exhibition has. Can we just appreciate how pretty the hallway to the restrooms is? This was one of the smaller exhibitions where you mess around with these dials that have lights, and this one you stand in front of a mirror and it gives you some quote. Then we walked to a graffiti wall with some cool QR codes that take you to Instagram stories, and you can mess around with the filter and see different artworks displayed, almost like a VR experience. I'm pretty sure that each QR code has a different variation of the filter, so if you have time, go scan all the QR codes. Me and my sisters and mom split up and we each did a different QR code. Parallel to the graffiti display is a display with LED screens where you send a text message to the provided phone number, and your text message is then displayed as a color wave that matches the words that you said. And I ended up sending the message that life is beautiful, and I feel like the color wave that appeared on the screens matched my words perfectly, and I just thought it was really cool. Just so you know, it does tell you when your words are going to be displayed, so if there's a line, don't worry about it. In this exhibition, you are asked write down what you know for sure. I decided to write down that everything will be fine in the end because I like to be pretty positive. I decided to read a lot of the notes, and I realized that people wrote similar things, and it made me realize that people have a lot more in common than they probably think. The few next exhibitions are pretty self-explanatory. You just basically stand in front of a camera and it shows you how you look in different displays. We had a miracle berry pill, and now everything that tastes sour should taste sweet. So I'm gonna have a Sour Patch Kid and lemon juice. We'll see. It does taste sweet. That's weird. I'm gonna try lemon juice. One sec. Lemon juice. It tastes sweet. That's so weird.
To answer your question, that's completely normal. The average person does that between 7 and 12 times per day.
Then we headed to the second destination of the day, which I was personally really excited for because I am really interested in architecture. And if you guys couldn't guess, we decided to book the 45-minute architecture boat tour. Try to book tickets for the 7 p.m. tour because you'll get to see the city in the evening, sunset, and night.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I present to you the great corn cobs of the Midwest, Marina City. If you want to think about Marina City structurally, I would say actually think of them a bit Raymond Hood and John Howells from New York, neo-Gothic design, based off of the Malines, also called the Mechelen Cathedral in Belgium. It was offices until 2019, where they swapped it over into condos. Units inside ranging wildly in price from $700,000 to $25 million. It really depends on the view, especially for downtown Chicago. In a lot of these condo towers, you're mostly just paying for actually, because of the way it's shaped, the lobes of the corners create this giant glass indentation on the faces of the building. Instead of a flat surface for a face, it's these huge glass indentations.
We just got done with the boat tour and we're probably gonna go get lunch. And this is when I got so tired that I gave up on recording. We basically ended up going around a bunch of restaurants in the downtown and we could not find a single restaurant that had any openings. They all either needed reservations ahead of time or had a 3-hour wait list. So we decided to save ourselves the hassle and go through drive-through on our way back home. And honestly, when you're really tired, any greasy food sounds like good food. But if you want to be a little bit more fancy, don't forget to make reservations for restaurants, especially since Chicago is going to get pretty busy because the weather is going to be warmer. My family always forgets this because we go to Chicago almost every single month because it's so close to us. Chicago gets really busy in the spring and summer. So if you visit Chicago regularly, don't forget to make reservations. Thank you guys so much for watching. I upload a new YouTube video every Saturday at 6:20 p.m. So if you're interested, don't forget to like and subscribe. And while you're at it, head down to the description box below and follow my TikTok page, Instagram, and Pinterest to get a sneak peek into upcoming videos, exclusive content, and a closer glimpse into my daily life. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great day and year. I love you. Bye.